Hey guys, it's Overlord here, back again with another review, and today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends Toy Biz Marvel Legends Apocalypse Wave Sasquatch. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so as I said before, today we are having a look at the mighty Sasquatch from the Apocalypse Wave from way back in, what was it, 2005, I think. It was around there. It was it the second wave of Marvel Legends to have a Build-A-Figure? I don't remember, but there were several figures like Apocalypse that were in the 20-inch range. Galactus, well, the Sentinel, and Giant Man, to name a few others, and that might be it. Um, but really, Apocalypse doesn't exactly warrant a figure that massive. Or does he? I don't know. But with that being said, we're just going to look at the Sasquatch. I cannot remember what piece he came with. I think he came with one of the legs, which, there's that. And my Apocalypse is built, staying built, and I'm not going to put him in this video because he would be out of frame, and at most, you'd probably see, well, his knee. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So, as I said in the Build-A-Figure review, this dude is I kind of like him more. I don't know why. It might be the exaggerated brow. It might be the excuse the Scooby-Doo sound effect there, but you know what I mean. The snarling face. Or it might just be the proportions in general. I kind of like the more slimmed down version of Sasquatch with bulkier lower arms and legs. Really, his legs are pretty standard all the way down. But it's like his upper body's jacked, his lower arms are pretty jacked, and then his legs and the rest of him is kind of slender. And I don't mind that. I think that's cool. But getting into the articulation on this dude, it's crazy. So, I mean, it's Toy Biz. So you got that. It looks down quite a bit. It looks up quite a bit. I kind of prefer to have him like this because if you have him sitting straight like this, that looks a little funny. So, I just like to leave him like that. He does have an ab crunch. It does go back. It does go forward. And it does go down that far. Which sometimes you can hear the click, sometimes you can't. He has a butterfly joint. This side's particularly loose, but that's common on Toy Biz figures. He's got a rotation there at the shoulder. Hinge at the shoulder, which moves out about that far. I want to say. Kind of surprising on a Toy Biz figure. Nice and tight, too. I think I said it has rotation already. It's got bicep swivel. He does have a double jointed elbow, which is probably the stiffest thing on this figure. The lower elbow in particular. So you got that going on. You do have a lower arm swivel. And he does have a hinge in the hand. Nothing in the thumb, but his fingers do move independently. And he has 4 on each side. And what's funny is this side you can get him in the waffle hand, I guess. And then this side, all of his other fingers go down except his pointer to make a half-assed fist. I don't know what the deal with this crap is with Toy Biz, but it's kind of annoying. I get it, you're experimenting, but you could make a fist and make it posable. I think it's not that hard. It's not that hard. He does have a waist swivel. I'm trying to find out where it is. Yeah. Underneath his fur loincloth there. His legs move out a lot. And they're semi-hidden by his fur there, so you do have that advantage. They do move forward and back. They could probably move all around if he wanted to. He's got a thigh cut, double joint at the knee. This knee's kind of loose on mine, but again, I bought it loose, so what do you expect? He has a lower leg swivel. I get to it. There you go. Lower leg swivel. Sometimes they get a little stuck, but most of the time they'll want to move. And then he's got a hinge in the foot with a rocker joint and a toe joint. So that he's pretty good in the articulation department. Some of the stuff's not necessary. I don't really like the butterfly joints on him. I mean, they're loose for the most part, and they don't do a whole lot. Most of the Toy Biz butterfly joints did do a whole heck of a lot. Who am I talking about? Or what am I talking about? I don't even know. So, with that being said, that's pretty much it for just him. But we're going to do a couple of size comparisons, and this guy just likes to stand crooked and drive me nuts. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I suppose we can work with this. There we go. I suppose that'll have to do. With that being said, let's get on to some size comparisons. And here is the Sasquatch next to Pizza Spidey and the new Deadpool. Yes, we swapped him out finally, because he was a behemoth next to everyone else. But there they are, and of course he's a lot bigger than they are. Spider-Man doesn't look like he's doing squat, and Deadpool looks taller than he appears, I think. But yeah, for the most part, I'd say this is a really good scale. Of course, I have him hunched and his knees are bent, but we'll straighten him out for the next size comparison, which is, and of course, here he is next to Sasquatch. The Build-A-Figure, that is. And I have to say, I kind of am starting to like the Toy Biz one more and more every time I look at this bath, because, yeah, he's bulkier, but I still like the proportions on this old one. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. He's got the weird balls everywhere. He's got the unnecessary finger and hand joints and toe joints and butterfly joints. He's just overall, for some reason, he looks like a better figure. The Hasbro one's not bad, but I do kind of like the old one a little bit more. Couldn't tell you why. I really couldn't. But with that being said, time to move on to final thoughts. Alrighty, guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts. I really like this figure. It has its flaws, like a few little problems here and there, but overall nothing too major. If I were to give this guy a rating, I'd probably give him about a 9 out of 10 and recommend you save a little bit of money and maybe pick this dude up over the Build-A-Figure. He is taller after all. Maybe not as bulky, but I don't mind that so much. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys later. Gotta be careful. The Sam Squanch is out there. I don't know what that joke was for, but whatever.